Hi, and welcome back. This is the second on the topic of dental insurance, and we will take a running start at it. I will play just the end part of the last one, and we'll get into more. Most of the insurance policies that are in place now have maximums. They have a minimum, which we'll call the deductible. So, in order to even start getting benefits from the policy, the individual has to pay a certain amount. That's the deductible. So, let's just say it's $50 a year. So, the first $50 every year will be paid out in some office somewhere because insurance won't cover it. And then once that's covered, then everything else will be under the policy. So that's the minimum. Maximums in dentistry have not changed in decades. Normally they range between 1,000 to 2,500. Some very good ones may go 3,000 a year. If you need a lot more work than that, you can see that insurance doesn't matter what procedures they cover, they're going to max out, and you're only going to get a certain amount a year. Some people have thought, well, I'm going to use my insurance now that I've got dental insurance. Perhaps they've not had dental insurance for years, and they've avoided going to the dentist because they thought, well, once I get employed, I'll get dental insurance and then it'll all get covered. The problem with that is they may have neglected their mouths enough to where the amount of work required is going to exceed what the dental insurance is going to cover in any particular year. So that's a problem. When people say, well, I'm only going to do what the dental insurance covers, there is this false belief that the dental insurance company is holding the dentist or the physician in medical policies accountable to the quality of the procedures. That's false. They're looking at insurance codes and descriptions in some office and approving or disproving the codes, and they're checking to see if there's a narrative, etc. Basically, proof that the procedure was accomplished is probably what they're looking for. It's very difficult to do, and they're working to make sure that there is no fraud. But in terms of determining what the best care for a patient would be, the dental insurance company is not in that business, nor does it care. What it cares about is whether or not it can control the costs, because whatever costs it controls, it keeps. So that's the essence of the problem there. If somebody has been avoiding dentistry because they don't have dental insurance, that's a big mistake, because the dental insurance, once they find it, isn't going to cover it. The people who are most fooled by this are retirees who are being bombarded by advertisement, both on TV and over the internet. A lot of it talking about Medicare supplementals, and they say, oh, and we throw in eye care and dental care. Well, there's a lot to the fine print of those policies, and especially if something on the TV is saying, well, you only spend $10 a month or whatever it is, and you get all these good things. Understand that they're not doing this to be nice. They're going to make money on doing something, and what it will be is that you will later discover that it's not going to cover the things that you need. So the better way to go, I think, is to save money and spend your own and negotiate a little bit with any dental office that's using insurance. If you can work around that, there's probably something you can deduct. These are businesses. I'm a business. If somebody wants to negotiate their price versus the insurance company, I'm open to listen. And in fact, let me tell you this. This is something else that's true. In order for a dental office to get enough money to survive and make a living, they have to work. And if they're going to work with dental insurance, one of the things a dental insurance company does is it says, what is your standard fee? And then they will say, well, we will pay a percentage of whatever that standard fee is. And the other thing they'll do is they'll look in a market, and they will ask all the dentists that will communicate with them what their fees are, and then they will know that number, and then they will come up with an average or something, probably not an average, probably low end, and then they'll say, well, that's the usual and customary fee. So the usual and customary fee is an arbitrary fee that's established by an insurance company based on basically polling offices what they're asking for, what their fees are in the particular codes. So you get, say, 1,000 offices to say what their fee is on a particular code, and then they'll decide, well, relative to the high end, low end, what's the average, and then let's go a little below that, and then we'll declare this to be the usual and customary fee. Since the insurance company is doing that, what do you think the dental offices are doing? Well, they're arbitrarily lifting their fees up as far as they can reasonably do, so that it pulls the insurance company fee up enough to make it workable. If not, then what happens is that if a particular insurance company is not paying out enough and there's no way to work around it, then dental offices will drop that policy. So there is the negotiations going on behind the scenes. But let's say that a particular code is never covered by the dental insurance company. Well, what codes could those be? Well, one of them is the laser. I've tried for years to get dental insurance companies to accept the laser as a legitimate treatment alternative that actually would save both the patients and the insurance companies money. But they're entrenched and they're not interested. And why would they be interested in lowering the cost when they can eliminate the cost by just denying the coverage? So that's what they've done. The laser is a better way to go, but now that I know that the insurance companies will not cover it, I don't have to then create a false fee, personal fee for that's trying to get the insurance company to do anything. I can now actually drop my fee down to what's realistic. And so I can discount myself because I know the insurance company is not going to cover it. The benefit to patients on something like that is that they're going to get the laser at a very reasonable fee. And if they have dental insurance, they're going to probably max that out and use it elsewhere anyway, because, as I've said, insurance companies really haven't changed in decades over their maximums. And let's stop right here and pick it up next time. Thanks a lot.